Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and this is going to be a random movie review. Now, I don't do these as much as I probably should. Usually, my reviews go into What's in the Bag Jay, which will be back next year, or they'll be for Wild Eye Wednesday, or some challenge that Joe and I've got going on, or something that I'm doing with someone else, either body bags or, what have you. I'm going to try to do more of these just random reviews. Today, I wanted to do a review for Screwdriver. Now, I'm actually doing this review a few days after my friends and I watched it together. Now, if you'll remember, we had a few people that tuned in. We were kind of doing a going away, one for the road, kind of for Dave Maggot, since he was moving out to California. And I knew with him working on films and stuff like that, our time was going to be very limited. And he wanted to watch Screwdriver together because we had watched Morbid together. And hopefully someday we'll be watching Door 1 of the Five Doors of Hell together. But we kind of bond over Chuck Connery. But anyway, to make a long story short, we actually watched this all together, Joe, Brad, myself, and Dave. And we just had a blast with this. So I'm actually doing this a few days after watching it with the guys, but it's not going up until you see it right now. But I did want to do a review on this film because I really had a good time with it. So, um, Screwdriver is a 2020 film that runs approximately 70 minutes and is written and directed by Chuck Connery. Now, he was responsible for Morbid, Door 1 of the Five Doors to Hell, and he's done some shorts. Now, this stars Ethan Bolden as Giovanni. He was in Morbid and Door 1 of the Five Doors of Hell, and also Chicken Blood, which is coming out from Chuck Connery. We have Chuck Connery, the director, as Roger. He was in Morbid, Chicken Blood, and Door 1 to the Five Doors of Hell. And we have Misty Copeland as Sierra, and she was in Door 1 to the Five Doors of Hell. Now, this had a budget of $200. I've talked to Chuck before. Brad's done a one-on-one with Chuck before. He's a very, very nice person, and he is also a fellow YouTuber. So go check him out at zombiesdon'trun.com. He has his own channel. And he does reviews of pretty much a lot of different films that are coming out, like some from Vinegar Syndrome, some from Scream Factory. He does some toy reviews, stuff like that. So definitely go check him out. I've known about Chuck Connery for a long time. I got Morbid when it first came out. I bought it. This was before I was ever involved with Wild Eye or anything like that. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't really care for it too much. Now, I've watched this movie 6 times, and it's to the point now where I really enjoy it. These are films that you kind of have to watch with some buddies and just have a good time while you're doing it. It's not that they're terrible films. It's just that it's made by a group of friends to be enjoyed by a group of friends, if that makes any sense. Screwdriver is a very simplistic plot. You have basically a guy who is offing people in the Grundy area of Tennessee. And he is killing them basically with different types of power tools and just tools in general. Now, you do find out why this is happening, and I'm not going to spoil it for anyone. That's basically the meat and potatoes of the film, is when you find out who this person is and why they're doing the killing. But like I said, I don't want to ruin that. This movie is absolutely hysterical. It's bloody and gory, but it's also a ton of fun. And the killer reminds me of kind of like a redneck Popeye because he's always mumbling and grumbling, and it's just hysterically funny. I do recommend this. This came out from SRS Cinema with Morbid. Morbid has been hard to get and very pricey for a long time. You can now get Morbid and Screwdriver on a double feature. I do have Morbid from Wild Eye. Like I said, I bought it when it first came out because of the cover, which this is not the actual cover. This is kind of like a cover for the double feature. But the cover for Morbid is just amazing. These movies are a lot of fun. Definitely support independent cinema, especially independent horror. They are the future of horror and where horror's going. With the problem with COVID, with the problem with the theaters and everything like that, things are getting much more hard to find and hard to watch. Now, they do make things available on streaming services. Who knows what that's going to do to the theaters? But regardless of whatever big name movie that you want to see that's coming out, you have independent horror coming out all the time. So support it. It's very important for the horror genre. Thank you to Chuck Conroy for making this fun film. We tried to get him to come on the stream a little bit, but he actually didn't see. We messaged him and told him we were going to do it. This was kind of thrown together at the last minute. So, it's not his fault. He had prior commitments. But Brad has done a 101 with him, which was really great. Definitely check that out. Check out the Super Slash Brothers watching Screwdriver. And we actually watched Morbid as well. Check out that video as well because it's just a ton of fun. We comment a little bit on it, and mostly it's me laughing hysterically to the point where I couldn't breathe well the next day. And everybody else was just having a great time as well. It's a ton of fun. Definitely check it out. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.